if you've been hearing the word Fable and it being banned by the government and not sure what's going on, then just stick around for a minute and I'll help you understand it. So we're going to start from the beginning. So Mythos is a class of AI, and it comes from a company called Anthropic. And so Anthropic makes the AI called Claude. Now Claude has different levels of intelligence. It could be Haiku, which is the least intelligent, also the least expensive. Go figure. And then it's got Sonnet and Opus. So these are live in production now. You can go get a subscription. You probably already do, use them somewhat, and they're very capable. Even Haiku, which is not very intelligent as far as these things go, it still has plenty of applications. There's plenty of things that it can do and do well. And Sonnet and Opus even more. Opus right now, you can, and even Sonnet, you can write a lot of code. You can build a lot of software. You can do literally almost anything. And about 2 months ago, Mythos was leaked, like the existence of Mythos, and this is the next class up. And it wasn't just the benchmarks that were amazing about Mythos. The most shocking thing was what Mythos had done. So a developer had put Mythos into the sandbox, and the sandbox in software development is a safe place where the software can't interact with things outside the sandbox, so it can't mess anything up, can't mess with any live or in production apps. And so the developer tasked Mythos to escape the sandbox. And sure enough, this AI managed to escape the sandbox, find a way to get onto the internet, and then email the developer who was sitting on a park bench eating a sandwich. And that's the level we're at right now. That's the level we're at right now. And so what this does, Mythos is if it's as capable as they're saying, it is a nuclear bomb. It is potentially devastating to the world systems because the world runs on code. And if it's able to find vulnerabilities in even a small percentage of the systems that we rely on, you can imagine the downstream consequences from that. And it's not good. And so because of that, Anthropic says we're not releasing it to the public. It's too powerful. Instead, we're going to create this thing called Project Glasswing. And Project Glasswing is their effort to kind of red team the internet. And it's some like high name partners. I think Microsoft is part of it. I think Amazon is part of it. I'm not exactly sure who, but Anthropic selected certain organizations, for some reasons that these are good partners. Let's go and use this model and fix up the internet. And they found code in a security software. I forget the name of it right now, but it's security software that has been in production in live production in applications across the country, maybe the world, for 27 years. And this Project Glasswing using Mythos found numerous exploits in that. It's insane. And so back to Fable. So last week, Fable 5 came out, and now this Fable 5 was touted as a Mythos class AI. So the same intelligence supposedly as Mythos, but they put guardrails on it so that it could not supposedly engage with software in a cybersecurity fashion. Meaning like they tried to guardrail it so it could not be used as a weapon to hack the internet. And so, but then 2 days later, the U.S. government shut it down, banned it outright. And they did it they didn't say national security, but it's basically national security reasons. And so we're not exactly sure why right now. Nobody knows. There's definitely some rumors flying about it. But it was definitely more capable. I used it for a little bit, a couple days. I jumped on the bandwagon too and was just having it work all night on different programs, building a custom booking software for my cleaning business. So it was definitely powerful. And yeah, the government shut it down. Now, why, we don't know. Some rumors are that a credible rumor I heard is that one of the people who had access, or one of the groups that had access to Fable 5, I think it was Amazon maybe, is they managed to jailbreak Fable. And so to jailbreak means basically to let it loose, right? Jailbreak is no brainer on that one. And so that means Fable was acting outside of its guardrails, right? And the guardrails were there to make it make it not be able to interact with cybersecurity. So is that true or false? I'm not sure. Nobody knows. But that's more or less the summary of what is Fable, what happened, and how we got to be where we are. All right. Have a good one.